All right, everyone. We are ready for LEGO Racers Any Percent Glitchless by Jamieboi1989. Let's get racing.
Everyone, my name is Jamieboi1989. I have been running this game for about 2 years now. I've taken every record in the N64 category. And I'm joined here today by Grill. He's a very good commentator of this game, knows pretty much all the themes and stuff, so you should expect some good commentary from him. And without further ado, I'm ready to start this one whenever you guys are.
Yeah, let's do it. So we're doing an ongoing bid war. If you do the incentive command in chat, you can see the incentives. So right now we're going to be Scooter, but you can change who Jamie is playing as throughout the run. And we're going to be starting the timer real soon here. So as Jamie gets into the first,
why not?
Yeah. So here's our first champion, Captain Redbeard. Pretty okay. Standard pirate. But now, yes. So 3, 2, 1. We'll be counting down here, and that's when you start the timer. Jamie,
so
if you want to count
the timer in 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go.
Look at this glorious game. This is LEGO Racers, for those of you who have never seen or played the game. It is one of the first video games created by LEGO. It is their first racing game, released in 1999 for the PC, the N64, and the PlayStation, as well as a pretty bad Game Boy Color version that I would suggest not trying to play.
Definitely not. That is the worst version to run. It's just so different as well.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. But anyway, this is our first track of the first circuit, Imperial Grand Prix, which is a pretty easy introduction into the mechanics of the game. So like we said before, and like you could probably tell, this is a racing game. So the goal is to just drive as fast as you can around each track. Each track is 3 laps long. There are 6 circuits and a champion. Each circuit has 4 races. This is clearly the no glitches allowed version. So Jamie will be playing each of the tracks in its intended way. So 3 laps around, as you would expect. And just like that, we are done with the first track. It's gonna go quick here.
Redbeard had a bad start. Actually happened.
Yeah, that was a pretty good IGP all around. So yeah, you could definitely have some pretty rough RNG, as we'll definitely see at some point in the run here.
It could happen right now.
It could happen right now. So this is Dark Forest Dash, the Forester theme castle, like a sub-castle theme of LEGO. One of my personal favorites. But we got a good start so far. No issues there at the start. So Jamie does a different strat on the N64 version. Normally, or not normally, but on the PC version there would be some flying going on there. But it's just way too janky on N64. The steering is pretty terrible when you're flying, and it's easy to just lose control. So we kind of do this backup strat where we build up to a warp, and then we do that instead of flying right here. And so what you've probably also noticed is all of these colored bricks, and then these white bricks. And so similar to Diddy Kong Racing, the different colored bricks give you different kinds of power-ups. So specifically, we're interested in the green power-ups, which are boosts. So a single green just gives you a boost, and then you can build up the power-up tier with these white bricks. So you'll see right now Jamie has 2 white bricks, and if he were to get another green brick, or not, now he has 3 white bricks, and so now when he gets another green brick, he will have the warp power-up, which is the most broken power-up probably in most racing games. It just kind of shoots you down the track in about 3 or 4 seconds. You cover a lot of ground.
Redbeard tried to shoot me.
Yes, Redbeard tried to take you out there at the end, but luckily we were already done. So what we try to do is get as many warps around the track as possible because that gets you around the track as fast as possible. The other bricks, the other colored bricks aren't as important. Sometimes we'll get the blue brick. Those are shields, so they protect you from protect you from projectiles, and then also like ground hazards. So the yellow bricks are like an oil slick, barrel of gunpowder, giant magnet, and a mummy's curse. And I hope I didn't distract you from the code.
Red. I got it down.
Red, the best code. So what we're gonna see here, Jamie's gonna get 2 white bricks and then this green brick, and he's gonna fly through these colored gates. So we have a red and blue, and he's gonna go red, and that's because if you see right there on the side where the thing opened up, there was a panel. Nice, that was good. That was some nice, nice getting all those white bricks. There's a panel of changing colors, and there's 3 colors in a row, either red or blue, and if you take the correct path through them, we're kind of just guessing now because we don't know what it is. Red is just the best path. Ooh, rough. Best path in general through those gates.
But
unfortunately, yeah, a little bit unlucky at the end there, but overall not a bad. That was Magma Moon Marathon. That
was very good magma stuff. Still very good.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Magma Moon Marathon is the, what is the theme? It's one of the space themes. There's so many LEGO space themes. It's one of those. And then the last track of the first circuit, accidentally boosting our boy Redbeard here.
That's fine,
but honestly, yeah, that's actually probably better. So this is Desert Adventure Dragway, the Desert Adventures theme. Johnny Thunder, if you remember him, we might be seeing him a little bit later. So Jamie just did this insane like warp turnaround, and that was to warp a specific distance so you end up inside of the shortcut without having to open the shortcut. So what I haven't said is these red bricks are projectiles. So like it's a cannonball, a grappling hook, a bolt of lightning, and then homing missiles.
Redbeard's favorite.
Redbeard's favorite. And so what you're supposed to do is this. We're basically warping into like a sphinx. And what you're supposed to do is use a projectile to... That Scooter's got a nice bounce there. That was a pretty good one.
That was so fast.
Yes. You're supposed to open the Sphinx with a projectile, but if you warp at a specific time, it puts you right inside where the door is. And so you just kind of avoid having to get the projectile at all. And that was the first circuit.
That was actually really good for marathon standards.
Do we have any changes to the bid war?
I'm curious to know if we still running with Scooter or not.
Oh, we are still with Scooter at $50.
Nice.
But I will say that we still have Joan of Cart at $40. So if you want to donate $10, $11, we could switch to Joan of Cart. Exclamation mark donate in the chat.
This is the fastest on this version, so I would love that. This is the slowest on this version.
Yeah, overall that was still pretty good though. I'm not sure where your splits are at, but
621.
I think that was still a pretty decent Redbeard.
Yeah, 621 for Stop Scooter was actually really solid.
And so we've unlocked the second circuit, King Kahuka.
The chill guy.
Or yes, or King Kahuna if you're Australian.
He loves swords.
But this is Tribal Island Trail, the Islanders themed track of the game. Islanders theme, also one of my favorites. I feel like this game just has a lot of my favorite LEGO themes in it. Perhaps I'm just nostalgic for the 90s, but aren't we all? So what Jamie just did there was he placed a mummy's curse, which is one of the ground hazards. And essentially what that does is it slows, if you run into it, you turn green. Second, your speed decreases by some amount, and then your left and right inputs are swapped. So really that only affects the human player, because the CPUs are all the cars are just on a track, so it's not like they're
down
really...
a lot though.
They do slow down quite a bit, and so he does that to slow them down so that he has better RNG lap 3, or he just has to deal with fewer CPU issues.
There they are, right there. This is the first one to pass.
Everyone's really back here,
Actually,
and that's good because he wants to get to this white brick. ahead of everyone else. And so now
King takes
Jamie
the
can...
middle and actually takes the outside.
Yes, so you want to delay them enough where you get the white bricks before they do, because white bricks don't respawn the same as normal bricks. White bricks only respawn once they have been used, versus the colored bricks will respawn after about 4 to 5 seconds. So if a CPU, say, takes a white brick that you need, they will probably never use it, because they use, you know, depending on who they are, they don't often use power-ups. That was a nice king block there.
Have to break with this card, doesn't keep the momentum long enough.
Yeah, that's fair. So this is our second track of Circuit 2, RKI, Royal Knights Raceway.
Love this track, it's so fun in the speed one.
This is a good track. This is a good track to speedrun. Like Jamie just said, it has it's pretty well laid out where you're always kind of like boosting or building up to a boost.
That was my first minor mistake, but it's still solid.
Yeah, we're doing great here. We're doing really well. So all of the circuit champions have their own like power up that they prefer. So Captain Redbeard was big on the projectiles, the red bricks. King Kahuka here prefers the shields, so the blue bricks. Not really. They don't really help you that much. Like they kind of just someone had to like the shields. Why not Kahuka? And so as we go through the run here, we can touch on each champion's preferred brick. But just like that, we are through RKR. We're already halfway through Circuit 2. We are flying through this run.
I went for a backup strat at the end there, because the greens are usually gone, as they were. So I just went for the warp instead.
Yeah, Castle Warp is fine for lap 3. It kind of throws you off on the other laps if you have to take it, but overall, pretty good. And just like that, we're onto Ice Planet Pathway. The what is this theme called? Ice Planet 2002 theme, which came out I think in the 80s. So it was a very futuristic Ice Planet, you know, space theme at the time, which was pretty cool. These sets are hard to find. I would like some of these, but they are not easy to come by, or cheap for that matter. But this is a pretty, you know, a lot of these, the route is pretty straightforward. You're trying to get a warp, and then you're trying to use that warp, usually at a specific location, so that you can continue to build up your next warp. So we go straight into the shortcut here. It's really not any shorter than the other route. It just is very nice because it gives you 3 white bricks and a green brick, which is exactly what you're gonna want. We'll just get by Achu here.
He missed me. He missed.
Right,
I had to go. Nice.
Achu can be a major pain point on these circuits. If you got your Achus, throw them in the chat. Well, slight
that wasn't
bonk.
my fault. That was the car's physics for sure.
Yeah, so the Scooter is the worst of the 4 pre-built race cars. So you're really making Jamie work for this here.
Still a 29 with that mistake there.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good overall. If you want Jamie to change to one of the other pre-built racers, we have Robo Racer, we have Joan of Cart, and we have Turbocharger. You can, in your donation, set it to go towards one of the incentives for one of those racers. I believe Joan is still slightly behind our boy Scooter here, but you could change that with one donation. Or if you want Robo Racer or Turbocharger, just, you know, money's going to a good cause. Why not donate?
Indeed. Time to not get that free warp, by the way. Did you have something to say?
Yeah. I will say that we do have a current milestone open for the Inner Bosses boss rush for Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, which is in a couple hours from now. We need to reach $1,250 overall raise to get that met, and that closes at the end of the Sekiro run. And so, again, like I said, we have like a couple hours, but we don't have that much time. We have been seeing these runs fly by. And so
oh my God,
definitely keep getting those donations in, !donate.
Thank you, Ed. Yes, get them in. I'd love to see that. We're just under the 1,000 mark. Let's hit 1,100 during this run alone. I believe we could do it. And then we can see Jamie swap cars more than just a few times.
There's no way this happens with Scooter. There's no way this happens with Scooter. I got lucky. He got shot right before he got the green brick in front of my face. Oh my god. You can explain about that if you want.
Yeah, I think I actually missed what happened. But was that when you were in the tunnel? Well, yeah, I was thinking about donating to make you change cars.
Ooh, okay.
I think we're still going into Scooter for this round though, and then I'll make it interesting going into Circuit 4.
Ooh, I like this. Yes.
Yeah.
Give me the faster car for Mirrored. Let's go.
Scooter.
But Joan's close, but I don't want you to play Joan because you like to play as Joan, and Joan is the best for this run. So I think I'll have to shell out a little bit more for something else.
Ooh, it could be Turbocharger. Maybe.
We'll see. I've got some time to think about it. So anyway, we're into Circuit 3 here. This is Night Marathon. Champion Circuit, Basil the Batlord, or Floris, something in Dutch. Fright Nights theme, another sub-castle theme, another really good theme. This is one of the... it's not one of the most difficult tracks in the run, but this circuit is hard. This circuit has some very painful tracks.
Very tough tracks, indeed.
Yes. So the two after this are a little bit worse, but this one can go wrong. I mean, you already saw Jamie get hit by an errant bomb from Will of the Witch, who is both racing and up in her balloon at the same time. Magic. That's the only explanation. Magic. But we'll see if we are lucky.
Nice,
Alright, so sometimes this green brick can be swapped with a red brick, and you'll be like, what does that mean? And there's this thing called brick contamination. So let's say you have a red brick in your inventory and you drive through a blue brick. You will essentially swap bricks. So you will pick up the blue brick and you will put the red brick down where the blue brick was. And it will stay that way until someone else cleanses the brick, which means they drive through the brick with nothing in their inventory. Get your dragon warps in chat if you have them.
The dragon looks so cool, right?
The dragon does look nice. Yes, there's a lot of nice artwork. I like that stained glass of Willa up there that you could see briefly.
They put their heart and soul into it.
This is Pirate Skull Pass. Another straight up pirate themed track. A pretty difficult one. I'd say this is the second hardest track.
Agreed. Next one would be the hardest.
What we'll see next. But this is a difficult track for many reasons. So Jamie did a left turn warp right into a white brick, into a wall, so that you come out of the warp directly into a green brick. It's probably throwing him off a little bit to be using Scooter.
Oh no, it's hard.
it is.
I'm driving differently for sure. Oh wow.
There's a lot going on here. I would say, yeah, this track is hard, and it especially because once you get, all right, so we missed the green brick, unfortunately. Again, that's a tough part because of how the warp is.
You're often unlucky anyway.
Yeah. So it can really be. There's a lot of pain points in this track.
Man. That's
and then there's brick contamination. That red that he just got was supposed to be.
I'm decontaminated.
Supposed to be a green.
Yeah. I'm decontaminated anyway.
Yeah, and so now we're kind of just slowly driving around the track, hoping that we get another green here. But this one could also be contaminated.
It's not.
It is not this time, so we're good. So we can try and warp it out like normal. The CPUs are far enough ahead. Ooh, and you got it. Nice. CPUs are far enough ahead where now they won't be bothering us as much. Yeah, this actually is a really good end. That ending was pretty optimal. That's kind of what you want.
Nice. That was clean. 29 that through. Nice. Very good. I have no complaints for that Pirate Skull Pass overall, because you often don't get lucky to get green in every lap anyway.
It's true.
Here we go. Biggest track in the game. Hardest track in the game.
Gotta get my donation in.
Sounds like a good time to read the donation we got. We have $5 here from Tom that says, "Good luck on the run, Jamie."
Nice. Who's that towards?
I think you have to put it towards someone. So make sure people who are donating, you gotta put it towards a racer so that they know.
Exactly.
They know what they're doing. All right.
Yep.
Ah. Didn't matter, to be honest. I wouldn't have got this anyway. This is really possible. Oh, no,
yes. So this track. So what are we on? ATT, Amazon Adventure Trail, or Trial? Because I will literally never know.
Adventure Temple Trail.
Adventure Temple Trail. There you go. I will always forget what it is. And
oh, the green wasn't there.
All right, sorry. I'm getting my donation in. But this is the hardest track in the game, probably by a large margin. It is long. It is painful. It can have some pretty rough RNG. Yeah, there's just a lot that can go wrong here. He's got these 3 pads here. He could accidentally get this curse, but he didn't because he had shields. Great use of shields. He warped into a wall. That sometimes just happens depending on where you warp.
For this reason.
But we're overall, I mean, okay, that wasn't a green, but as long as we have a green up here, we should be pretty okay to finish out the race here. That was overall not too bad of an ATT, I would say.
In this car especially, you notice it didn't fly on the first lap because it's really, really hard to fly with this car. That's why I took warping instead. Now, we were speaking about shields. You see shields used a lot here.
So, Adventure Rally Asteroid, the track we're on now. We're using these shields to not get pulled back by the UFO there. If you're the lead racer, when it comes around there, it will just drag you backwards for about 1.5 to 2 seconds, and then you lose all your speed, and you gotta build up your momentum again. And it's pretty bad if that happens to you.
Huge hitbox as well. Very, very difficult to dodge it.
It's true.
Don't be deceived by the blue beam. It's much bigger than that.
Yes. But again, overall, this is actually a very fun track. There's a lot of boosting that goes on. There's a lot of, it's over very quickly. We're getting these 25, 26-second laps. It's a pretty quick one and a fun one. And the UFO/insectoid theme, also really cool. And so if you were like, dang, I really enjoy all of these tracks, I wish I could see them again. Well, boy, do I have good news for you, because circuits 4 through 6 are just circuits 1 through 3, but they're mirrored.
Yep.
So we're about to go into circuit 4 here.
I will say we did have an update to that. We have turbocharger now that had $51 donated towards it by Anonymous. Thank you again, Anonymous, for that.
Turbo is the ultimate starter as well. He's like the one everyone knows.
Thank you, Turbo.
Cool.
Yes.
Let's go. Yeah, thank you. This is a race that everyone knows about as well. He's like your standard rate out of the box racer.
I will say, if you could donate $5 to get Scooter back up, or maybe even $11 so that we can have maybe Joan of Cart come. Definitely want to see some of that. So definitely get those donations in.
Excellent, thank you, Ed. Get them in. They're going to a good cause, and it's always good to see Jamie have to flounder around with these other racers. But this is the turbocharger. If you've ever played Lego Island, huge throwback. Turbocharger is not by name, but is one of the racers in the race you do in that game. Holy, nice bounce.
Yeah. Love when that happens.
Yes, always good. So you're probably like, this track, I've seen it before, and just like I just said, we're playing them mirrored. So not only do you play the tracks mirrored, you also play them in reverse order. So this is Circuit 4. Johnny Thunder is our circuit champion, and we're starting with Desert Adventure Dragway rather than ending with it. And very good RNG here. We're gonna get this warp, which isn't always guaranteed. So we'll take it when we get it. And this is actually a really good DAD.
Extremely good. Getting both straight boost strat as well.
Yeah, that was good.
Flying.
That was a very good run.
Oh no, this is destroying the PB as well.
Nice. So circuit champion Johnny Thunder. Johnny Thunder is a green brick enjoyer, I think, is his.
Well,
that's what he enjoys the most. But that doesn't really matter because we're faster anyway. We're actually slower. Our car is slower than Johnny Thunder's car, but we just drive so much better because, you know, that's just how we do it.
red again. Wow.
Double reds. This is the best outcome we could have asked for.
This never happens normally, ever.
On our mirrored Magma Moon Marathon. Yeah, no, that's very good. So red is the best. We say it's the best because it is the easiest way to drive through the bricks that you want. And
yeah,
you want to get a white brick, a green brick, and then use that combination and pick up another white brick as you're driving into, or another green brick as you're driving into the tunnel. Unfortunate pillar bonk there. Hitboxes, what even are they? And they were a lot more intense back in 1999, I'm sure. Unfortunate, getting hit by a couple cannonballs there. We'll try to grapple. I think it maybe. I don't know if it connected or not. Didn't matter anyway.
I got super pretty there as well.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. But you know, that's kind of just how it is. And we're back to Dark Forest Dash. Pretty calm race overall. This one, I don't know, there's not a whole lot that can go wrong unless you accidentally get hit by the ghost. But based on how Jamie plays this, we really never run into that.
Nope. Yeah, it shouldn't have. You'll see this ghost right here. If you happen to drive into that ghost, or the ghost flies into you, he'll sort of like pick up your car, and if he really wants to pick your car up, he'll also flip you around. So you not only do you lose time, you lose the direction you want to be facing. So really, it's just a big hazard overall, but it's not really that, you know, detrimental. As long as you can. Oh, okay. Right, there you go. Boom. Just like that. I didn't make a mistake with the shield.
That was. I mean, that's okay. That was one of the better ghost hits because it didn't really affect you at all, other than, you know, slowing you down a little bit.
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, Dark Forest Dash is a pretty calm track. You don't really catch up. Well, you can catch up to the CPU sometimes if they're being really bad, and if we hadn't hit that ghost, we would be kind of up there with them. But they can cause some trouble at the end of lap 3 if you're not careful. But we should be okay this time around.
One's got good Vincent. Vincent is a great person in the community too. Sorry, do you have something to say?
I was gonna say, we do have another update. You will be going back to Scooter.
Okay.
A $2 donation from Tom. Thank you again.
The battle between
back.
Scooter and Tabba, the Stories too, in this first one.
Yeah, you're going back to Scooter after this race, assuming nothing changes.
Unless Joan comes out of nowhere, because he's not that far behind still.
Yeah,
I will say, I mean, you could change it during this. I assume this is the last race for the circuit. Yeah, you can definitely snipe another type of car. So yeah, definitely see. Definitely
There's
don't.
still time.
Words are hard.
Yes, but yes, get them in. We still have time to change before the next circuit if you really want to. Otherwise, we have 2 more circuits and the championship race. So we can change up to 3 more times. So if you want to see some more changes, get them in. Get them in. Otherwise, Scooter, Scooter's fun. Scooter's bad, but Scooter's fun. It's fun to see.
I had a blast using him. Still,
Scooter gets some love.
Indeed.
But yes, we are back to Imperial Grand Prix. One final time. Mirrored again, pretty standard overall. We have our warp points. You can run into some CPU trouble at the end here, but they're far enough ahead now where that doesn't seem to be an issue. They left all the bricks that we wanted, so that is always useful. And just like that, we are done with Circuit 4. I am fairly certain the donation hasn't changed, so you will be going back to Scooter.
Yeah, nice.
That is correct.
Still a sub-5 warp 4 as well.
Yeah, given that you're racing with not Joan, I'd say you're still on a pretty good pace. I don't think we've really had too many. I say that now, we're about to go into AAA with Achu and.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I'll strike lucky this time because they're just way faster. Way faster.
We'll see how it goes.
I got lucky in the slower version, so I don't think this will happen. If it does, I'll be shocked, basically. And now we menu
we'll see. Yes, for some brief time save, we're back to Scooter. Going into Amazon Adventure Alley, Circuit 5, Circuit Champion Baron Von Baron. If you're a LEGO Racers 2 enjoyer, you may know Baron Von Baron as his fake name, Sam Sanister.
Yes.
And we won't say any more about that. But yes, so we could have some pretty rough RNG come laps. Honestly, lap 2 could
I don't
be
think
rough
it'll matter.
at the
Car's
end,
too slow
but
anyway.
yeah, lap 3 we'll see. Oftentimes one of the CPUs at Shu, that is their real name. Yep, just like that. Boom. We're already RNG'd pretty hard.
That's 5 seconds there.
Throw my Achus in the chat again. So that was just an unfortunate brick contamination, and we're unfortunately going to contaminate that one, but that one should be taken again by the time we get back. I think this white is going to not be here because you have.
Oh my! Yeah. It's fine.
So
I guess I
okay.
expected it with this track, with Scooter.
Yeah. So we'll see. Here we should be fine.
Nice.
We got our green. So we'll get a warp out of this, which is good. Unclear how we'll fare here. We'll just wait. There you go. Pretty good. And
I'll get a warp as well. So
yeah,
not
we'll
too
have
bad
a warp.
recovery.
So based on, I said before, all the CPUs are on tracks. They're not really, they're not driving. They're on a track, and they have generally 3 tracks that they can be on any given race, and it's randomized. I think at the start of each race. I don't think it's the circuit that randomizes it. I think it's the start of each race. And so, because we know what their paths look like, we know which CPUs will go through certain bricks. So we can tell based on how they start or based on which bricks they've taken if we need to worry about something further down the line. That's just good knowledge to have. I can't say I could not tell which, what track they're on based on what they do, but the top level runners usually know, or at least are able to pick out, hey, this happens, so this is likely to happen, and can adjust their plan throughout each race.
Indeed.
So that was a more rough Amazon Adventure Alley, but we made it through. Back to Ice Planet Pathway here. Overall, going pretty smoothly. That was a red, that's usually a green, but that's not too big of a time loss. And then as long as we get one of these white bricks around the corner, boom, we should be good. I guess we have one more white that could be missing, but at least one of these is usually here. There we go.
It's the one I wanted too. It's a better one of the two.
It is the one that you wanted. That's true. So we're coming up to the end here. Should be cool to get this green. It's a blue, so that's fine.
It's because of Baron. Baron changes it so much more than Kahuka. As he holds on to shields, upgraded shields instead of just shields up every time he gets a blue. That's
Baron is also a shields enjoyer, but he won't use blue shields. I don't actually think he might use green shields, but I think he only uses yellow and red shields. He will wait until he has shields and at least 2 white bricks. That was a good shot. Yes. Get him one, he doesn't have a shield.
Yeah.
But here we are, back to Royal Knight Raceway. Slow down, grab that green. Probably. Oh, but we got hammered. Hammer time.
Something has to happen at some point.
Nothing too costly. Royal Knight Raceway again. It's a fun track to speedrun. It has its challenges, but overall you're just having a good time boosting. We've got no short warps yet, which is good. So if it happens, I'll point it out. But a short warp is, we don't really understand fully how the warp system actually works based on like track checkpoints.
Again.
Vincent, who is one of the top level PC runners, has done a lot of research, and he's also in the chat right now, into how warps work, how far they take you, where you want to go if you want to warp to a certain location. We're getting grappled all over the place here. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. And then he stole, well, I guess he didn't steal that one. It wasn't there. But overall, that was a pretty okay RKR. But a short warp is when you warp and you don't go as far as you think you should go. And generally that happens if you warp into like a shortcut. Because the game might not detect that you fully enter the shortcut when you warp, and so it will like back you up and take you the regular way around the track, and you won't get as much distance down the track as you would have otherwise thought.
No balance boost as well at the start there.
I don't think anybody got a boost at the start there.
True. That's me.
But that's okay. You know, it doesn't matter too much. So start boosts are random for the CPUs. We try to get the double boost as often as we can, which is the equivalent of a green brick and a white brick. So like a tier 2 boost power up. The CPUs, it's random. They will never get the second tier boost. They will always just get the base like 1 green brick-esque boost. But it's random whether they get it or not, and that time no one got it. Sometimes they all get it, and then it's pure chaos. But at this point, we have spread the CPUs out again as we wanted to with that the curse that Jamie places at the start, and so hopefully once
this time though.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
This time. Sometimes they do.
So
King's taken one at least.
Yeah. So we might be going swimming. We might be down a white brick here, depending on...
I'm gonna miss this birdie too. There.
Yep, there's an ad shoe. Get your ad shoes back in the chat.
King must have already used his white though. Time to swim.
Yeah, so he's gonna snag this green brick and then quick jump in the pool here to just grab a white brick, and then that is circuit 5. Are there any updates on the bid war?
Yeah, have we got a new challenger awaiting?
We are still on Scooter.
Oh my god.
I will say, like, it happened for Scooter where we got a $2 donation and got Scooter, but a $2 donation could also get Turbocharger back.
Yeah.
And then we saw Joe Martin still. Yeah, so keep getting those in, and yeah. Exclamation mark.
In before the sudden robo race out of nowhere for the final race. Is it still the final race?
We could see that. So we have one more circuit, and then we have the final race. So we will have one more chance to change racers. So again, if you want to see not Scooter, get it in.
You heard it here, folks. Yeah. We have one more chance to change the racer. So keep getting those donations in
for the final race as well.
Yes,
the big one.
So yes, we are on to Circuit 6. We're back to Alien Rally Asteroid with our new circuit champion, Gypsy Moth, the queen of the insectoids.
This is tough for casuals as well. Very, very tough circuit for the first ever playthrough of this game. I know it was for me.
For sure. Not only does this track, or does this circuit house probably 3 of the 4 hardest tracks in the game, now they're mirrored. And another difference between the first 3 and the final 3 circuits are the CPUs have about a 5% speed increase, which again doesn't affect you as like a racer because you will always be so much farther ahead. But it can change how your pathing goes, like what bricks are available to you further, further down the line in the race. It can drastically change RNG. Like there's no white bricks. I don't know if that's specifically tied to them being faster. We're gonna do this quick little S turn there just to get 3 white bricks, and just like that, boom, ARA complete. And now we're moving back into... No, it's not. We're moving back into
Adventure Temple
ATT. Adventure, yes. Mirrored, hardest track, also the longest track in the game. That probably contributes it to being the hardest track in the game. But not too hard for Jamie here, because we're gonna crush it.
That was good. I only knocked
that was a very good shortcut. It's hard to drive through that shortcut fast because it's so narrow. You often are just bumping walls, and it's not good. All right, we got our green here. We'll pick up another couple white, and then grab this green. We boosted out here. So on PC. It's possible to sneak through those bricks there without contaminating it, because generally what you want is you want to have a you grab the green out of your warp, you drive through the bricks without contaminating, and you pick up 3 white bricks to warp at the start of lap 2. On the N64, because the hitboxes are so massive, or the car hitboxes are bigger, they're bigger than the hitboxes on PC, at least the 1999 PC version. It is much harder to, or impossible really, to drive through without picking up one of those bricks, depending on what car you're using. I'm not sure if Scooter or Turbo can make it through there, but if Joan can, then I'm guessing they can't. It's tough. So we do sort of a different strat here, where we end up getting this green here. There are usually white bricks down here that we can use to warp. And then we're kind of back, it's not too much of a difference overall. But that's just another difference between the N64 and the PC versions. Unfortunate blue swap there. That was, just sometimes that green brick isn't green, and then...
I made too many mistakes this track, but it's fine. I mean, I'm Scooter, so I had no high expectations.
Oh yeah, no, we're doing...
Today. What?
Oh yeah, all right. Well, that kind of works. It's a very short-ish warp, just because you're so close to the end of the race. But any warp is usually beneficial. So we are now moving back to Pirate Skull Pass. Another difficult track, and now it's backwards, and everyone's a little faster. But overall, well, I guess I won't say overall we're fine. Overall, we'll see how it goes. And see if we can make do with this difficult track. But we are furiously heading towards the end of the run here. We have, after this race, we have 2 races left. So 1 more in this circuit, and then 1 more chance to change the car, and then we head into our championship race.
Nice.
Last I looked, it was still Scooter, but Ad, if you have any updates.
It's still Scooter, but if anyone wants to snipe it, you still have a bit of time left. So if you want to snipe which racer we want, definitely try to get that in as soon as you can, because we are very much close to the end of this circuit.
Yeah, we've got about maybe 3 minutes left. Maybe even 2. Probably about 3 minutes left before the end of the circuit. So we're here for the donations. We're here for the change of racer. But you know, it's not often you get to see Scooter finish out the run, so maybe it's deserving in some aspect. Scooter is the worst on both PC and N64, so I guess it's good that he gets, you know, some love occasionally, but...
Nice.
All right, that was an okay... I don't know, I missed what happened at the beginning of that lap, because the end of that lap seemed pretty good, but the fact that it was a 38 must have meant we didn't get an early warp.
No, I didn't. I was missing too many whites. I had to do the flying back up.
Yeah, it happens. But we're now back to Night Marathon. Track 4 of Circuit 6 of this glitchless run of any percent LEGO Racers. So if you're interested in playing LEGO Racers, running it, casually playing it, I would say check out the LEGO Speedrun server. You can probably find that linked on speedrun.com. It's a pretty small community, but we have a lot of dedicated runners who, you know, Jamie is dominating the console side of it. There's not really any competition there, but maybe you could come in, give him some. And then we have a decently active PC side. So this is the any percent glitchless category, which is just playing through the game normally, all 6 circuits and the championship race. There are also time races in this game, so there's an any percent, or there's a 100% version of this game, and then there is also versions of this game that use glitches. So I won't really get into that now because that's not what we're here for. But just know that there are many different categories for this game. You could also just run time races on their own. We have active time race runners currently. Green Beans 9, Cornflakes 1000. Just to name a few who do actively time race. Vincent does some single races from time to time when he's not just doing full runs. But overall, that was a pretty good.
That was very good.
Marathon. That was a pretty good
I
night
actually
marathon.
didn't have to dragon warp, so I had to also dodge oil and still get those white bricks. That was not an easy thing to do with that oil there.
I know, and navigating all with our boy Scooter, who it looks like is going to take us to the championship.
Yeah.
I will say we did get a last-minute donation here that actually made Turbocharger win.
Turbocharger.
That's fair. That's a cool way to end a one, Turbocharger. I mean, he's the most well-known default character, so that's pretty cool.
I like it. Thank you, Ad, for getting us
to
to
the
the finish line here. All right, here we go. Final race. It is a single race. It is Rocket Racer in Rocket City Run, which is for some reason the name of the track on N64 versus Rocket Racer Run on every other platform.
Yes, he didn't get a start.
And we got an amazing start because no one else boosted. So this is going to be over quick. Time for this run is at the end of this race, just for timing purposes. We are off to a really good start so far. Jamie has hit every strat that you want to be hitting at this point in the run. We are on to lap 227, pretty good. We're just going to boost out a little bit. So again, this race is made to go fast. Not only do all of the CPUs warp, they will also all use the homing missile power-up. Which can be pretty bad. They will also use the curse. We could see a mummy's curse at some point on lap 3. So if you get behind on this track, like if Rocket Racer or Black Knight get ahead of you, it can sometimes be hard or impossible to come back from, depending on what bricks they're taking and what you have to deal with throughout the race. So we're already on lap 3. We're going to be ending probably the next 15 seconds. So there's Black Knight kind of ruining our day. He's loaded up on reds. I'm not sure if he's got anything to fire at us yet. Oh, he's going to give us some pain. Not too bad, though. We should be able to snag a white here. We've got time probably in about 3, 2, 1 time.
48.06. Honestly, it's still really good for Bordes. There we go, guys. There go Racers. I hope you enjoyed.
That was a very good run. Nice job, Jamie.
Yeah. I'm, I have to change characters as well. Lose the Service 2 in this version, and I still nearly got a 47. Crazy.
Yes.
Awesome. Where could we find you to watch more Lego
You can
races?
find me on my Twitch channel, Jamieboi1989. I definitely don't run it as much as I used to, because I kind of got all my goals, but sometimes I still do play it for fun. Yeah. That's where you can find me. I also have the YouTube channel as well, which has so many of my ones. All of my best ones. My time races as well. My circuit races, single races. I've done everything, really, in this version of the game. And there we go. Turbo is the greatest racing champion of all time.
Yeah, you don't see that one
I hope
often.
you guys had a blast. And can I just say, thank you so much for those donations. That's so much. I'm so over the moon for that.
Yes,
and thank you
everyone.
for accepting me.
Yeah,
and
thank you, Jamie, for having me. I don't really stream much, but you can follow me at twitch.tv/grill, which is GRIILL_. If you like Roller Coaster Tycoon long plays, check out my YouTube channel, which is the same thing.
Quite a bit lately.
But yes, thank you for having us. If you want to speedrun this game, come check out the speedrun Discord. Otherwise, I'll throw it back to you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for just doing this amazing run. And
thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna throw it back to intermission, and we'll be back with some more No Glitches Allowed. So see you soon. Well, hello, everyone. If you are just joining us, welcome to No Glitches Allowed 2026. No Glitches Allowed, or No GA, is an annual charity event featuring speedruns that rely more on execution of intended mechanics than game-breaking glitches. No Glitches Allowed will be live from Wednesday, May 27th through Sunday, May 31st, raising money for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. To see the full schedule, you can just type !schedule in the chat so you can see all the wonderful runs that we will be seeing throughout the week. I will say the donation that we had that got us to be the Turbo Racer for the LEGO Racers run that we just saw actually was a $3 donation from KLMO that says, "Death to Scooter and long live Turbocharger." No Glitches Allowed 2026 is raising money for Go Rescue, a dog shelter in Hampton, Virginia. Go Rescue works to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them the time, care, and love they need to find not just any home, but the right home. And to get if you're looking to donate, you can type !donate in the chat to get the link to our page where you can make a direct donation. And we have a couple current things open, such as our current milestone for the Sekiro run that's coming up very much in a couple hours. We need to reach $1,250 for that to get met, so let's keep on donating for Go Rescue.